It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Chargers and the Bills, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. And tonight we've got an AFC matchup in store for you, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the LA Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here on this December Saturday, Week 16. What a weekend of football we have in store. 4 days worth of games. Had the Thursday nighter, 2 here on Saturday, a slate of 10 games tomorrow as you're wrapping those last-minute presents, and then 3 more Monday on Christmas Day.
So quick question for you, partner. Is it possible that I can count this as a gift to all my friends, right? Rather than having to wrap up something else, I present you NFL football and a lot of it.
The second of 2 on this late season Saturday night. The Bills and Chargers, off we go in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And that was Dorian Williams who found his way through and planted him for a loss on the play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Deontay Hardy back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And their second attempt here, the first drive, stalled and they punted.
Time to break some things out, I think, in the playbook. Now that they've gotten out there, getting settled a little bit, let's see if they open things up. Maybe try and get the ball in the hands of the guys and get the ball into the end zone. They're playmakers.
I would like that. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. On the return, Hardy. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. Able to power through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Damian Harris with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Herbert now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On the delay, here's Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Harris with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
Again, Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Man open left side. It's Williams. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Herbert. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air again, Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first,
well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They hand this off to Harris. And some space here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Harris running straight ahead. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game, with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught. On the move past the 40. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, this is Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run again with Harris. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27th. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. This is Harris. 102 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Just shy of the goal line. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Again, it's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now a first down carry for Harris. He's got it to the 43 here.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
4 yards on
Second down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
They run again with Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 115 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Delay of game, offense.
We can't have that.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Second down.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Pass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense.